Hey, Nancy, so we're live. I had to launch it or we would have gotten thrown out. So let me know as soon as you're ready so we can get started. We're on live right now, Nancy. People are watching. Just so you know, I had to launch it so we wouldn't get kicked out. Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
Hey, everybody, we're having some technical difficulties here. Nancy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, we're live right now. So there's people watching right now. Just I want to make sure that we have a connection that holds or we'll have to reschedule. Just want to make sure we can get through 30 minutes. Because the image is quite shaky. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Okay, we're gonna try this, Nancy, and if we lose connection, we're gonna have to redo it. Okay, everybody, if you're watching, we have some internet issues, but that's just the way of the world. Nancy, hold on, we're getting ready to go. Okay, sorry for starting late. Whoo! I think we made it, Nancy. Let's see if the internet could hold up. We're gonna duct tape it. We're gonna pray that it stays together. Can you hear me okay? Maybe it's not duct tape. Nancy, can you hear me? We're trying, guys. I'm waiting for Nancy to respond, telling me she can hear me. Can you hear me, Nancy? We're going to have to bail on this, Nancy, if you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Guys, I think we're going to have to retry this another time. Nancy, I asked you like 6 times if you could hear me, and it took to the 6th time. So that I think the internet on your side's still a little bit down.
Okay, so sorry. Yeah. The way of the world, and so many people doing school at home and taking bandwidth.
Yep. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe next time we'll do it a little early in the morning. Maybe your neighborhood won't be so taken down. It's unfortunate. It's just that we can't have a minute gap in between each question because people are going to kill me. Okay. Hey, everybody. Thanks for getting on. I'm sorry. The video is just not working. There's too big of a lag in between questions, but we're going to have to give this another shot, unfortunately. So, Nancy, if I say right now, can you hear me? I want to see how long the delay is.
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
All right, let's give it a shot, okay? We're going to see what happens after I ask you the first question. We're going to see what happens. Okay, everybody.
All right.
Sorry, my name's Rick Silva. With one referral away, I'm a referral coach. I help people build a referral-based practice so they don't have to cold call or chase around crappy leads. This is Nancy. I'll introduce Nancy here in just 1 second. Nancy and I met. It was an interesting way we met. I had been thinking about my ADD and I have extreme ADD, and I'm still very successful with it, but I wanted to find ways to maybe control it a little bit. And I had always heard about CBD, and I wanted to try it. A couple of days later, I meet Nancy at a trade show, and here we are. So I'm going to introduce Nancy. We're going to see how far we can go with the internet we're dealing with. So everyone, if you're watching this, wave at your screen. Hi, Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Nancy's developed a true appreciation for life itself, overcoming a 7-year emotional roller coaster, including 3 near-death experiences while trying to have a biological child. This led into a profound desire to give back with a servant heart and made it her life goal to help others live life with optimum health. With over 25 years in the health industry, she shifted to a more homeopathic approach involving CBD and those with chronic pain 2+ years ago. Today, we want to have Nancy share her knowledge about some of the known benefits of CBD and offer guidance on what to look for and things to avoid when deciding about CBD products. Hey, Nancy, still can hear me okay?
I can hear you fine, Rick. Yes,
Awesome.
thank you.
The screen looks really good. I think everything's lining up to be okay for right now. Nancy, first question.
Great.
Why is the topic of CBD, health and wellness, so important for people with chronic pain?
It's a great question, Rick. And there's over 100 million people that spend $6 billion on chronic pain each year. And most of that is on pharmaceuticals that have been known to have some addiction and side effect issues with people.
How important is the CBD health and wellness information you're about to share for people with chronic pain?
You know, it's critical for people in chronic pain. The founder of cannabis research, the father of it, Raphael Mechoulam, has said and proved that when you take CBD off the hemp plant in its raw format, it's actually CBDA. And CBDA is the most important molecule to be able to be stabilized because it's an unstable molecule, and for reducing the inflammation, thus reducing pain. So it's critical, very critical.
Nancy, what are the special disclaimers or warnings for people with chronic pain when it comes to CBD?
Well, you know, it would be for all people, but I know we're specializing and focusing on the people with chronic pain. So CBD, if you can find a product that would have several of these factors, is huge. A lot of people like organic. I prefer organic myself. If it's made in a plant, that's GMP, and that means good manufacturing practices. You want to make sure that it is coming from a plant of such. The other is having a certificate of analysis, or something that we call C of A. And that's huge to say that there's no toxins, heavy metals, or pesticides within a product. Because if you're putting something in your body to help heal and, well, heal in the fact of get rid of ailments, health ailments, you really don't want to put anything negative within your body to counteract that. And the other would be is having a label on the bottle that says verify hemp. And those would be the 4 important characteristics that I would suggest.
Thank you. Nancy, what inspired you to get started? I think I can figure some of it out just from the bio I read when I introduced you, but what inspired you to get started with CBD and health and wellness?
Well, all the way goes back to my grandmother, who lived to 98 years old. And it wasn't until the last couple of years that she started developing some health issues. And then as I was going through my life challenges, and as you know, Rick, as you said, you know, and read in my bio, having 7 years struggle and having to have a biological child and 3 near-death experiences, boy, life itself is huge importance. So, you know, we can have all the family and love and wealth in the world, but if we don't have our health, then, you know, it's a challenge to live quality of life.
Can you, I think these 2 questions kind of piggyback on the introduction. Can you share a little bit of your background with us?
Sure. So I was in the health field for over 25 years, first in the cancer diagnostics, and then moved into the business with CBD. So helping people, whether it's getting over nausea from chemo radiation to anxiety, digestive issues, chronic pain is huge because chronic pain is a life disruptor. And we really want to make sure that we can live a quality life. It's not about just living in the absence of maybe chronic pain. It's be able to have more energy and being more productive in life overall.
Nancy, what are the top 3 reasons people with chronic pain should get started with CBD?
Oh, good question. So number one is to hopefully be able to avoid or decrease and maybe totally get off of pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals have been known to have some great benefits, but they have side effects. So CBD does not have the side effects that some of the pharmaceuticals have. It's natural, and people have nothing to lose and everything to gain by giving it a try and seeing if it might help them and give them a higher quality of life.
Nancy, what's the first step everyone with chronic pain should take to get started with CBD?
Yeah, that's another good question. So I would say is, depending on where your level of knowledge is with CBD, is try to find somebody that can help guide them and give them information, awareness of what CBD is, the difference between CBD coming off of a hemp plant versus the marijuana plant, which is the THCA, and that's where it gets you high. And so with a CBD products, it's more of a product that is going to help with health improvements and not get you high, except maybe increase your mood. And that would be a great way to go through life if you had a better mood and happier with less pain.
Next question. What's a secret you could share about CBD that would put people with chronic pain leaps and bounds ahead of the competition? And I'm Nancy, I'm not to interject too much because I haven't said anything since we started other than asking questions. Just when I'm looking at the question, I'm going, is the competition the pharmaceuticals or is the competition other CBD products?
So yeah, it's a combination probably of both. I think people should look for and considering a multitude of things. It's not just maybe a pharmaceutical CBD. It's about what we put under our body. What do we eat? How much do we exercise? Do we balance, our stressful life with some enjoyable things, taking walks? How much water do you drink? All those can play a factor in regards to, how we are health wise. But one of the most important things to consider would be is understanding and knowing the difference between CBD and CBDA. And the difference in that is that off of the hemp plant, CBDA is what it comes off as in its raw format. CBDA is the most important molecule for decreasing inflammation, thus the benefit of decreasing the pain. And what is also unknown is that CBDA is not very stable when it comes off the plant. And so you need to make sure that you find a CBDA rich in CBDA and that there's a method or a delivery system that would be available out there to stabilize that, to give the extra strength relief people need when they're in chronic pain. Huge difference.
Nancy, I wrote this question. I don't even know how to ask it. So
sure.
It basically says people with chronic pain, they're spending this much money on pharmaceuticals, whether they're getting help with their insurance or not. There's a certain amount of money spent on pharmaceuticals, and some people, because I've seen some products out there that are quite expensive. Can you give people an idea? What the cost is? A lot of times when people think about change, what's it cost? What's it cost? What's it cost? So you have just a general idea to give people, an idea of cost.
Yeah, so that's a challenging question, and most of the time, when I'm sharing with people, I would just ask them to think about if you think wellness is expensive, try illness. And so illness can be so expensive, even if you have a good health insurance policy. So, people say, if your product works and it would get me out of pain, or a product, if I found something natural that would work, I'd pay all the money in the world, because pain has literally disrupted my entire life. And I no longer can take care of my grandkids. I no longer can, do the things in life that I enjoy to do. So cost is perception and different in people's eyes. So, you know, cup of coffee at Starbucks is $5 a day. You multiply that times 30, so that's what, 150 a month. And so,
I'm
if
right
you
there.
get
110, 120 a month.
yeah. So, if you can get a bottle of CBD that can last you a month or 2 months with that cost, would that be worth it to you? So
Yep.
cost really is what's worth it to the person for their ailment that they're up against. And chronic pain, life disruptor. I know when I've had the chronic pain. So just to answer a little bit more of it, chronic pain can be something that's long-term, or chronic pain can be something that's just happened, but it's consistent.
Got it.
So
Got it.
either or, it can be defined as both.
We should have put that in as a question. Define chronic pain, but you did it.
There you go.
Okay. Nancy, what's the number one fear people with chronic pain have when it comes to CBD?
Oh, I think there's two things, if I may answer it in that fact, is one is the lack of knowledge and understanding what it is. And will it get me high? And, if people want to get high, I tell them to go to the dispensary. That's not where it's at with CBD. So I would say that would be a twofold answer, if I may answer it that way for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, you're not getting high from CBD oil unless you drink like 50 gallons. It's so funny when we talk about CBD, people put there's so many misconceptions out there about CBD.
Yes, there is.
It's not for getting high, it's for relieving pain. So Nancy, what are some major red flags with CBD that people need to watch out for?
Yeah, I think it's some of the things that I mentioned before. If you're, people are on a CBD and it's working, that's great. I would check to make sure it has that certificate of analysis. So, or it's called C of A. Again, that's going to say when there's no pesticides, heavy metals, or toxins in it. And it doesn't have a verified hemp. And I
go ahead and show it. Your camera's really clear. Go ahead and show it. It should.
So
there it
little box right down there.
Yeah.
That's a verify hemp label. And you really want to make sure that is on your bottle or container to make sure that what's in the bottle and what's on the label, that matches. You don't want to just get something and then it doesn't work and then you get discouraged about it. And I find that so many people, when I talk to them, that's what has happened to them. And not nearly enough at times people are getting something that's strong enough, number one. And then the other thing is the penetration and absorption, getting it into your body. It's just like food. It's not what we eat and put into our bodies, whether it's food or CBD. It's how it gets absorbed into your body and penetrates for maximum effectiveness and efficiency.
A couple more questions. What's your number one tip for being more efficient with CBD and getting better results with less effort?
Yeah, so again, I think it just goes back as to make sure you're educated on CBD, the known benefits. Talking to somebody, I think just to be able to get a level of comfort and understanding is huge. Education is important to help people make a decision in anything in life. Why not be about your health? And yeah, I think those are the couple things that I can think of off the top of my head.
Cool. I'm so happy that we had this challenging connection, and it's lasted from the second we finally officially started.
That's because there's so many people out there, Rick, that really need to hear this information and be able to get back to a quality of life and healthy living, because living healthy matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple more questions. Actually, we're going to go into final thoughts here. So final thoughts, next steps, final words of caution for people who have chronic pain.
Yeah. So again, chronic pain being a life disruptor, if you're listening to this and you have chronic pain, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. And again, it's not just one thing that you're doing. Look up on Google. It's a great website, and just Google your ailment and the benefits of CBD. I would just caution to make sure that you're looking at a reputable source for information. There's a lot of factors out there that can cause oxidative stress, prescriptions. Pharmaceuticals are one of them, nitrates and things like that in the foods that we eat. So if you can eat organic, just to making sure what you put in your body is overall healthy. And then focusing on the CBD that would be rich in CBDA, making sure it has that verify hemp so you know that what's in there. And if you can get a printed certificate of analysis that actually shows you, then that's wonderful. And if companies don't have that, I would just say, just be careful and be leery. It is your individual choice and what you choose to do. My job today with Rick is just to be able to share information and help encourage you that, if you're a little bit fearful of it, it's probably a lack of understanding and knowledge. Give it a try. Talk to somebody that is knowledgeable about what you have. Do a little bit of research and give it a try. I think it's going to be that there's going to be CBD, whether it's internal with an oil or topical is great from in as well, and something like that in everyone's medicine cabinet or on the counter, just like vitamin C has been over the years.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah.
So before I close, Nancy, do you want to
Yes.
do you want anybody to have your cell phone number this way, or do you want them to contact us through the site?
So, right down below, you can see there's a site right there that you can go ahead and look at the products. The one that I would highly recommend for chronic pain that is rich in CBDA, that gives that extra strength, relief in what is actually needed, is 10x Pure Gold 1000.
10. I'm going to
And
say that again because it cracked, Nancy. 10x Pure
sure.
Gold 1000. And then what I'll do right here in the video, when I render this and upload it on YouTube, I'll actually put a picture of it on the screen so they could see it right when you say it.
Absolutely, that would be great. I think that would help people out.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, everybody. So 17 years I've been self-employed, 17 years, and I haven't endorsed this many.
The website's going down below. My name is Nancy, and if I can help you out with any questions, let me know.
So we're going to try this again, guys, because I think our internet's starting to crack out again. In 17 years of being self-employed, I haven't endorsed 5 products in my life.
Internet challenges. I hope we got the message out.
I'm trying. Yeah, we're having a bad cross up now. I'm gonna mute out Nancy. Hey, Nancy, if you can hear me, can you mute out just for a second so I can close? For some reason, I cannot mute Nancy. I'm gonna try this one more time because I can render this down. No one's gonna see this in the replay. 17 years. I haven't endorsed 5 products. This is one of them. Yeah, we're having bad internet, guys. I'll do the close later. Okay. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. We're having internet. We barely made it through. The internet's been bad all morning, and we barely made it through the interview. So we're going to end it now. Thanks for watching. I'll clean it up and put it on YouTube without all the talking over each other. Thank you. Take care. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.